Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Seven Mile Radio presents Truth Podcast. Good evening, everybody. This is your boy Birdman. I got the usual suspects in the room today. In front of me, my brother, my road dog, my man, Jay Stews in the building. What's up, Stewsy F baby? Please. Say the baby. What's going on?
How y'all doing? Big Baby Daddy in the building. Sexy J. Hey, I got my Bobby Boucher jersey on. I'm about to fuck y'all medulla oblongatas up tonight.
Oh, here you go. How's your week?
Water boy in this motherfucker.
See, he already on 12, not even 10. How's your week been going, Stu?
You know what? I can't call it. I might spoil it. It's a good week. My son back in school, even though he only had like 2.5 days because they ain't been going. It's been hot. So, you know, I'm just happy to see him keep growing and do his thing. Hey, they still paying me to go to work. I ain't got no complaints.
There you go. And then across, right next to you to your left-hand side, hold up, let me load the clip. The one, the only, tat. What's going on?
Hey, what's the deal?
How's your week been going?
My week's been good. It's a lot of great things been going on. I had just came back from out of town. I had to go to Louisville for a second, and I was so geeked. No, I got through because my BFF across from me had helped me out and was on the phone. She took that trip with me. When I to my real nigga shit, like that's my BFF. Like my BFF rolled my trip out with me. So I'm thankful for my BFF riding my trip out with me. I got on that road, I turned right back around, did 12 hours driving, and everything's smooth. I moved into a wonderful area.
Wow.
But it's flooded right now, and the power was out. Yeah.
Free pool.
She said,
but I'm there though.
But I'm there though. Look, God is good.
Personal lake, D-Mac.
It is. I shoot y'all the video. It's like a fucking lake right in front of the house.
Ooh,
yeah,
wow.
But it went out and like as soon as the storm, it was like whoosh, and everything just went. I'm like, oh shit. But I'm thankful for the move. Everything is going lovely. I've been chilling. And I'm amped because I'm here, of course. You already know.
Yes. And then, so holler at Tat if y'all want to go swimming for free. Make sure you bring your own bathing suit. We not going to supply that. And
real.
then, right next to you, Tat, is the world's most famous producer, more infamous and more international than Freddie Tiffany.
Oh, shit.
Mark in the house. What's going on?
What's the word? Same old shit, different toilet.
He give these club Shay introductions.
Oh, man,
Yes, I
right?
love
Like,
it.
goddamn,
I love
right?
it.
Oh, wait till I got one for you.
Oh God.
You got
I got a good one for
Here
you.
it comes.
The little girl was saying, shit.
How's your week been going? Saving lives in Gotham as
Yeah,
always.
man, another day in Gotham, you know what I'm saying? Saving the kids and apparently the old ladies now and the kittens, apparently, is what I do now.
Oh, I got to hear about this one.
Batman to Catman, apparently. I went to the liquor store and there was
Oh,
some...
I saw them babies.
Yeah, the
How many
little
did
cat,
the
it was
cat
6 cats, and I went from being a superhero to being accused of stealing the baby cats. So I don't know where the fuck the whole entire Michigan
Where the cats
Humane
at,
Society-
Mark?
I don't know.
trying
I
to
ate
make
some
a
hibachi
Chinese-
last night. I
trying
hope
to-
they wasn't in there.
I just about to say
but-
you making Chinese food.
Yeah, but yeah,
Damn.
the whole Michigan,
No,
Michigan.
for real. I ain't never
Wow.
seen chicken curl up like that. They chicken be real curly.
That's them
Have y'all
cats
noticed
Mark been
that?
picking up.
That sound like you
Bagel
got
tiger.
activated
You
on
ever
that
seen
damn chicken.
curly
That's what
Little
it sound
mice,
like.
little mice balls, little chicken
You know what I'm
balls,
saying?
yeah, curl
Yeah.
up
Like Demolition Man?
Yeah.
I don't eat it.
Wow.
Yeah, I went live at the apartment of a 70-year-old woman that lives in Highland Park, right there on 6 Mile of Woodward, and her
She in the
slumlord
trenches.
has her living in shambles right now. So I went live and let everybody know. And she's on the 3rd floor.
Hi,
She got to
Sister
climb
Patricia.
3 flights of steps to get to her apartment, and then
Oh,
live
that's
like
crazy.
I love
Wow.
that. So yeah, it's crazy, man. Trying to raise awareness about her situation.
Mark to the rescue.
Yeah.
Fox
There
2
you
will
go.
be down there real
Vote Mark
soon.
for vice president.
Ba, 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 ba. And then to my right, can I get a drum roll, please?
We can get a hand clap.
There we go. I have the theologian and grammarian, more legendary than a Cadillac, more deadlier than crack.
Ooh.
It's that mofo named Mac. What's going on, Mac?
Yeah.
I don't know about comparing you to crack cocaine.
Deadlier than crack.
You could have said
And
diabetes or
legendary than
something.
a Cadillac.
He he had to rhyme something with Cadillac.
Jesus.
There we go.
No.
There we go.
Were you freestyling? Or
No,
did you
so
rehearse
it's
that?
this movie with Mac 10 called Pimpin' Ain't Easy.
What?
Right.
So right when Mac 10 is winning Player of the Year, Cat Williams is up there, and that's the intro he gives. So I thought of you. I was like, that's a perfect intro. And then he come in with that player music. Doon, doon, doon. Doo, 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 doo.
Spare us.
I don't know. That sounds like the intro to a porn to me.
I said, waka, waka,
Well,
waka, 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 waka.
it's Wednesday. It's hump day. I hope you're humping on something tonight. In the meantime, though, I'm coming off of an awesome weekend. We had a back-to-school event on Sunday.
Awesome event.
Yes.
Damn it.
Yes.
That's how you're supposed to do
Awesome.
a back to school event,
Awesome.
D-Man.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Mark rolled up on me and surprised me. You know, we gave away about 60 backpacks,
Yes.
supplies, haircuts, food, fun, fellowship, just good vibes, good people, incident free. Kids had a ball.
They
We had a
did.
ball.
They did.
Tat helped out. A few other people helped out. Lola. A lot of people contributed. I've already acknowledged them. I'm not going to take up too much airtime with that, but I appreciate everybody that had a hand in that showed up. That even if you just came, we appreciate your presence.
Yes.
So that's my week. That's my spiel.
Yes.
I wish I had to work. I saw all the good shit. I felt left out. I was like, dang, I wanted to play.
Boy.
I wanted to play. They had a great time. I love that y'all always have the kids in mind.
That's
I
right.
love that. That's something that attracted me to y'all as humans. That that's important to you, and there's been several instances where you've made it clear, if I may say that.
It
Got
was.
you.
That's
Amen.
right.
So every time I'm around D-Mac, I started last week with a word. I look up a word in the dictionary or as I look up on Google. So I got this new word. Everybody on the count of three. 1, 2,
Uh-oh.
3. Demure.
Demure.
Do you know what that word means?
The mule.
Yes, I do. I wrote it down. I
That's
didn't
the
want to
guy that put
embarrass
coke
myself.
up his butt, right?
Dignified.
The mule. That's the guy that put
He
the coke
comes
up
with
his
a
butt.
new word each week. Yeah.
That's
the demure?
crazy. No, but demure
When a
means
woman is
quiet.
demure.
She's demure. She
She's
behaves correctly.
Yeah.
She is quiet and shy. And it actually kind of leads into our topic today. Tat, what we talking about?
Hey, all right, it's time to kick it with True Podcast here at 7mileradio.com. All right, so listen up. Tonight we are talking about such a fucking lady. What do we mean by that? Fellas, you ever had your lady out somewhere, and I know y'all already know your ladies before they even step out anyway. Do they conduct themselves as a lady? Do you wish they would? I have a scenario I'm going to read off. This was with a couple. And looking at it, she must have asked him, "Are you upset with me?" or something like that. But she only posed his response because it started off, "Yes, because what the fuck, babe." Okay, so I'm just trying to think of what she must have asked him. But it says the man checks his girl for getting into it with another man at the club.
His girl, not his
Girl.
wife. His girl,
His girl.
not his wife.
What's your thoughts? And I'm gathering from what it says because it said, "Yes, what the fuck, babe." Maybe she asked him, "Were you upset?" or whatever. Because it goes like this. This is the guy talking to her. "Yes, because what the fuck, babe? You are literally starting nursing school, but you, instead of carrying yourself like an upstanding model citizen, you want to get into it with a dude at a club. Like, do you not see the disconnect here? Do better. You're lucky I wasn't there because you would have gotten taken smooth up out of there. Let me make something perfectly clear for you. You are a representation of me when you're out in public. I bet not ever hear of you getting into with anyone, especially not no dude. You are a lady, but not just any lady. You are my lady, and you need to govern yourself as such. Do I make myself clear?" Now here it is.
May
and
the
I'm-
Lord add a blessing to the reading of his word.
Listen, all he had to say behind that was
Hallelujah.
church, tabernacle.
Exactly.
Choir.
And so I'm reading with a
Yeah.
certain tone, but as we see, when you text and things like that, the tone can be taken a certain way. But was this, you know what I'm saying? But from what he said, was he checking her? Was he trying to critique her? You know what I'm saying? Should he have done it in a different way? Let's get off into this. I'm going to encourage you guys to call in tonight, but let's get into the conversation.
Hit us up because I'm on fire.
Yes.
I'm ready to argue with D-Mac on this one.
Oh, here
said-
you
That
go.
number is 313
My whole good.
723 0481. Again, 313-723-0481. Let's talk about this.
I think that was a check. If you know anything about the game of chess, when you're in check, you have to move, right? That what he said made her have to move, or it trapped her in a place where she couldn't move. Either that was a check or a checkmate.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, a critique it gives her room to leverage to debate what she did. You know what I'm saying? To say, hey, this is the reason why I did. But I don't know if she had too much room to debate that. If the man was, unless I'll say not if, the man actually was like disrespectful to her to the point where she had to say.
Well,
something.
let's start with the fact that she's out there without you. If she is a representation of you,
Okay.
and you're not there to defend her, and what if this man was being disrespectful and as an individual and not a representation of you, she's defending her own individual self.
But doesn't that go into that she might have not even been in that place in the first place?
I mean,
if she
nigga,
was
you
by
know-
herself.
See, that's so
I wouldn't lead to that.
stereotypical and gender role issue. Why can't she be at a bar?
I'm not saying she can't be at a bar,
could
but
be
if
ladies'
she's at a
night
bar
out.
by herself,
It could have been ladies' night out.
She might have been with her girls.
Yeah.
She
Well-
just don't without him. But if he has a standard of how she is supposed to conduct
Shouldn't
herself,
have let her
the
go.
only way you gonna supervise that, my boy, is if you're there. But the fact that you feel like you have to supervise another adult or chastise another adult to that degree, you're not respecting her individuality, because what she may have been defending, you may not have been able to defend it.
Let me
But-
jump in.
Before you jump in, my thing is sometimes it's not about individuality. Sometimes as my woman, I'm defending your safety
See, that
before you
sound
even walk out
that
the
sound
house.
like ownership.
So
Mine.
let me
I'm
jump
not-
in. Let
it's
me
not
jump
ownership,
in.
But if you're with me, then you are a representation. Just
You're
like
right.
any
But
time
so-
that we go out.
You're talking about
Why
individuality in
can't
a
a
team
woman
game.
speak up for herself?
This is what this is where I disagree with that.
That was a
He
question.
didn't say you can't disagree with someone. He didn't say
I
you
said
can't
speak
represent
up for
yourself.
herself.
I understand. What
Which
he said
was
is you
interpreted
can't.
as arguing with a man, a dude in the bar.
Well, what he is saying, and he spoke specifically, is he doesn't want you having confrontations with men. And the difference from what I hear versus what I am thinking as a man that dates black women, so I've been in this situation because you know what? It is a power struggle at times, right? Just being honest.
Okay.
This is why men don't like their women to go without them to certain environments. Because you may not be aware of how dangerous these situations are. I'm a 260-pound man. I don't get into it with people because I understand this could be the last time I get into it with somebody, or I'm going to have to hurt them, or they're going to have to hurt me.
But is
So
that
it's
something
better-
that she should just know as a person with common sense, or is that something that she has to be admonished to because you're a representation of
The
me?
common sense was not represented, so now we have to rehash.
But we don't know
Yeah, we
that.
don't
We don't
even
know
know
what
what
she
the-
was defending.
Yeah, we don't know
She
what
don't.
the-
We don't know what she was
That's why I
standing
said-
up for.
that's why I said
See,
if
this
the
is the
dude was
problem.
disrespecting
A
her.
woman has a right. It's a way that you
It's a
do
way.
it. So I have a scenario that I walked into a gas station, right, and this is from a different woman perspective, right?
Right.
So technically, I'm a stud, with as if I have to go by a label,
But
right?
you're still a woman.
But she don't have a man to represent her, though.
That goes without saying.
Got you.
But there was a stud in the gas station arguing with a man that was like 6 foot, 260 pounds, 6 foot something, 260 pounds. I'm talking about I'm talking about so disrespectful and just like challenging this nigga to fight and all this. And I'm
Oh.
looking at this little motherfucker like, bruh.
Right.
Bruh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You do realize that's a man, right?
Exactly.
There. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I just feel that we don't know the extent to which the disagreement or the dispute went
Yes.
to based off of this text. What we do know is she felt a need to speak up for herself.
That's
And
just like
I
you-
think there's nothing wrong
No,
with
that-
that.
Gentlemen, how many
And some
times have
men
you
don't
been
have
with a
a
woman?
right. Some men don't have the ability to receive that well and receive that and let it be.
That's right.
So
They
let's
come
so
back,
let's
so you gotta pop
let's
back.
let and I appreciate y'all representing the women. So let me bring this up for the men because I gotta represent
But
us
I
on this.
agreed with the man because when she walked out, he
Right.
was like, "I should have slapped the shit out of her. She want to be a man."
You see what I'm saying? I believe in equal rights,
like that situation
equal
with the
lefts.
bus driver.
Everybody's supposed to keep their hands to
And
themselves.
just like you know,
said
Period.
equal
Jay-
I ain't about to
like-
step to
lefts.
no man trying to fight him.
You get what I'm saying?
No, but just like
I
Jay
kill
was
that man
just,
with
just like
words.
Jay was just saying, as far as fellas, y'all know nowadays and dating the black girls and you know blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Sometimes y'all talk too much.
not, okay, hold on.
I gotta
but then
be
you
real.
got some,
Sometimes,
you got
not
some
all
of
the
y'all
time.
that's out here nowadays that's too fucking aggressive with us.
But
Don't
they
know how-
can
hold
whoop
on.
you.
Let me
That's
ask
the
y'all a
difference.
Don't know how
question.
to approach us. So here
You
it
right.
is, scenario.
You right.
So here it is,
Hold on,
scenario.
hold on.
So here
Go
it
ahead,
is,
go ahead.
scenario. I'm in the club.
Okay.
Guy come up, buy you a drink, blah blah blah, whatever and stuff. Okay, fine, cool. If I say that, you know, tell her I can say I'm straight, whatever. Okay, get your phone number. No, I'm married.
And
Or-
she's married, and her husband is in another state, so he
Right.
ain't at the bar with her.
right.
Okay.
So no, I'm straight, and he'll come kill up the whole Michigan. No, I'm straight. Oh, you baby, I'm straight. I'm married, but you know, and thank you. You know, say thank you for the drink. You ain't have to. You know, saying whatever it is, and still. Oh, you just want to go in. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, they'll go in because of the rejection. Now I'm get the fuck out of my face. I done already said it nicely one time. I done asked you nicely one
Right.
time. So sometimes, you know what I'm saying, us as women, and we don't know nowadays, we don't know what they gonna do next. I had a nigga throw a glass bottle at me downtown one time. I wouldn't talk to him. Came look around the corner, and thank God, you know what I'm saying, it hit the building and not me, because he was gonna fuck me up.
Listen, hold on.
And I agree, and I
Wait,
agree.
DB,
Wait a minute, hold on.
DB, wait.
Okay.
Everybody, I got to say this. It's
Go
true.
ahead.
It's the truth.
Go ahead.
I'm a nigga that get play. Sometimes you talk too goddamn much. Shut up.
That's some.
Period.
That's some.
That's man and that's women.
That's some.
We live in, hold on.
Yeah.
We live in Detroit.
Yes.
Yes.
Avoid that as best as you can.
Yes.
And I
Because
agree
you're going to
with
have
you
to
on
kill him or he going to try to kill you.
And I agree with you on that.
And that's why we say keep your, if you in a relationship, you ain't supposed to be in the club. That's for single people.
yes.
Hey, look, this guy
Those are
said,
dating environments.
Derek said, "Why women want to wear the pants?" Well, let's
Not
deal
all
with
of them
that.
do.
No, not all of them
And
do.
I'm-
Some of them have to
I
because
can't
the
say-
men
this
wearing
ain't about that,
the
dude.
men wearing
Fucking-
hoochie daddy shorts and purses. You know what I'm saying?
But this is the thing as
Some
well,
of these
and I
dudes
agree
wear
with Tat
panties
because
these
there was a situation years ago over
That's the
on
comments you're talking
Sherwood.
about, Tat.
It was a club on Sherwood and Outer Drive,
What happened? What you
and the
talking
woman.
That's the comment
Mary
y'all talking
Spears,
about. How my
okay,
man
this
said
is
that. It
Mary
ain't even
Spears.
talking
I
about
was
that.
about to talk about
Yes.
that, right? She was at an event for a repass with somebody in her family. And they end up double booking the venue, and there was other people from the party, right? They ended up mixing and mingling. The dude tried to talk to her. She said no, couldn't take no for an answer.
He went outside and ran the
Shot her in the
whole.
head in the parking lot. I remember that.
You
That
guys
was
see?
downtown.
No, that was on Sherwood.
No, that was on
right around
Sherwood.
Okay, yeah.
Because there was
I
another
remember
incident. He went
And now they
outside
triple
and tried to
booked.
mow down the whole group she was with a car. So
Hey,
there's
Sister
been many
Listen,
incidents.
Listen, women.
Yeah.
Listen,
But-
women. Let me teach you something. You can't be an alpha unless you can whoop everybody. That's what makes you the alpha.
No,
Alpha,
it's
listen.
niggas can't whoop
Alpha
everybody.
is physicality. You look at the lions, the baddest lion is the leader, the baddest wolf is the leader. Now, because humans are civilized, when you're with civilized humans, when you with civilized humans, they will let you lead without having to be an alpha.
We not in a
We're
civilized
not.
humanity right now.
When you
that's-
are around those people, like in this room, we're civil, so it's not a problem for ladies to be ladies. I've never questioned you being yourself. I don't have a problem with you being yourself. You don't have a problem with me being myself. You give me an opportunity to voice me. I hope I'm doing the same
But
thing.
I don't think
But sometimes some
alpha in
people not like that.
today's modern day world, I don't think alpha means that. You have to keep things in proper context.
This
So we
is why I
could use the
disagree.
historical context of the word, right?
Right.
But we're not living in history. We're living today.
Yes.
Right?
So my
Right.
question is this:
So
why
we keep
aren't
changing the
able-
dictionary. Everything in the dictionary changed. They can't
yeah,
nobody
there
be
was
right.
an Old Testament and a New Testament.
You
It
gotta change with
changed.
time.
Shit changes.
But it's
You can't.
2024. I think sometimes you have to walk away, regardless
Thank
of
you.
being a man
Whether
or a
you-
woman,
yeah, that's true.
from that situation.
That's true, but clearly it didn't go that
It didn't
far
go that-
because she
right.
survived.
Right.
She walked up out of there
But
on
he
her
felt
own.
some type of way.
But listen to what he said. It sounded like he was talking to a child. If I was
Yes.
there, you would have been carried clean
Do
up
I
out
make
of there.
myself
Do I
clear?
make myself clear? He's not respecting her as an adult. One, as an individual. Two, as a woman who has autonomy, the ability to control her own self.
So you're saying it's more of the not the means, but the approach
It's
of how
the
everything
way
works.
in which
You don't
even
have
if
a
it
problem
was-
with the message.
Why are we texting about this? Because what
Yeah, I
this
see what
should
you're
be
saying.
is
There
a
we go.
conversation
One-on-one.
and not a dictation.
There we
Uh-huh.
go.
Because
Yeah.
what he did was dictate to her what she better and bet not do.
Right, that's why I
Not
said she
have an
checked.
adult to adult respectful, I understand you're a grown woman conversation and express your concerns in a more tactful and appropriate way to where it can be received in the manner in which you want it to.
That's
now, if
leadership.
you come
There
in
we go.
in a way because you the man and you
Right.
coming with all this authority. Now we're living in 2024. Women don't respond to authority; they respond
Absolutely
to
not.
communication.
Absolutely not. They don't respond to that.
But D-Mac, what happens when I'm trying to communicate that in a right way, and then she feels like she
there's a
needs to
time
handle
and
it
a place.
herself?
Sometimes there's a time and a place.
The problem is you ain't gonna have to kill the nigga. I'm gonna have to kill him.
But
That's the problem.
It shouldn't
So when
get
it
that
get
far.
that
It
far-
didn't get
But
that
that's
far,
why
which
you don't do it.
which is a testament to her and how she handled it.
Right.
It didn't get that far, right? She ain't dead. She texting.
Obviously, she
You hear
made
me?
it.
So clearly she knew when to shut the fuck up, or he knew when to walk the fuck away.
Right.
But why is
Thank
it that
God.
the woman always have to shut the fuck up? Is my problem.
That's my problem.
Because you
I-
the lady.
Not only
You
that,
supposed to be better.
She's
You
such a
supposed to be
fucking
better.
lady, and that's why we said it so sarcastically.
You
in the
supposed to
title.
be better than us. Just like we supposed to be stronger than you.
Supposed
If you,
to be those key
I'm talking
words.
about. I'm talking about if we are going in this situation, we got to go by the dynamic male female. I don't know dynamics of other situations. I haven't experienced, so I gotta go to somebody more experienced with that. But in a male female situation, she expect me to move that couch. She expect me to make sure this shit moved in. I expect you to be the one that got sense that can take care of business because guess what? I'm a brute. I'm an ogre. You're the smart one. You're the lady. When I go out of town, the lady I was with,
Since
she
when did we
playing all
have
that. She
those
do all of
roles?
those.
We so outdated.
So
That's so
outdated.
It's not
old.
outdated, but
see,
it-
we want. See, let me. I have to say this, and I'm not your typical feminine woman that would be in a
Right.
feminine role with a man to
Exactly.
even have to deal with this type of fuck shit. But
That's
what
my
I'm
point.
saying is, ain't no motherfucking way.
At all. I
Ain't
mean,
no motherfucking way. Because there's no reason why she should not be able to speak up for herself. There's no reason why.
I feel you, but I hate to say this also. Sometimes with some of these ladies out here,
Right.
they get that boss chick mentality and feel they can run their mouth and they get
That's
themselves.
true.
Let me ask y'all
The
this.
problem with talking is sometimes
Right.
people get tired of talking.
I
That's
got
the
a
problem
question.
with
I got a
talking.
question for the men.
Okay.
Y'all want these old-fashioned, ancient principles attached to women still. But I don't see in the populace of men the old-fashioned traditional man that's doing what the fuck needs to be done.
Thank you.
And she's able to just be a lady.
Thank you.
So I need to be a
So
traditional.
y'all
man
want
and fight her
old-fashioned
battles.
out of her.
Hold on,
but
you said you was
y'all
asking us. Let him
Well,
ask because you said you was
I'm
asking.
sorry.
No, you good. You listen.
Okay.
Listen. This,
No, this is a good one. Come on, y'all. I love this.
so, and I understand where D-Mac is coming
Okay.
from, but I just lost my train of thought for a second. I'm sorry.
okay.
So, real quick, I'm not saying about it's.
Hold
not
on, give
about
out the
roles.
number real quick. Give out the number. We want to hear y'all.
313-723-0481. Again, 313-723-0481. Please call in and kick it with us.
Y'all got that?
It's not even about traditional roles. I'm agreeing with you, D-Mac, that the approach was wrong. He shouldn't have checked his woman.
He should have
If
pulled her
it's me,
coattail.
I'm not checking my wife. I'm telling her, babe, this. Whenever we in a situation, I'll give you a perfect example. Before COVID shut down,
Don't tell to. Come on now.
I'm not sorry. All-Star
You know how
Weekend.
David is, D-Mac.
All-Star Weekend, we're in Chicago. And you know how they have activities, we're at the pier.
Right.
Guy cuts in front,
Okay.
trying to put his son in front of my wife.
Okay.
My wife is saying, no, there was like 8 or 9 people because Gary Payton had came and then, you know how everybody want to be about a celebrity.
Meet and greet.
Meet and greet.
Yeah.
But where they have the events like you can shoot the basketball, everything like that.
Right.
The gentleman tried to quiet my wife down by putting his arm around her.
Right.
I'm not telling her before she even get into it. I'm putting my arms around my wife and I'm pulling
You're going to
literally
get her out the
her
her
situation.
away.
Okay.
and I'm saying, this is my wife. You're gonna respect my wife.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm still giving her her freedom, and I'm not checking her. But I'm letting you know that she's a fucking lady.
Exactly.
So there is an approach to that, but I'm still.
I
going
think
to
we
pull
agree.
my
I think we
fucking-
all agree that it is a proper way to communicate in 99.9 of situations. I would agree with that. I agree with you on that, D-Man.
We all- yes.
I don't think his message was wrong. I think his communication
Delivery.
And the
method was
of how
wrong.
he sent it out.
Because one, you should talk to the person you care about the same way you want somebody else to talk to them.
All right, we got our first caller. Let's
What's
go ahead.
going on, caller? Who's this and where you calling from?
I am calling from East Point.
What's going on?
Point?
Do me a favor and turn that device down in the background. Turn off your Bluetooth or speakerphone.
Tell us your name.
Directly into the phone so we can hear you.
Oh, I'm Patricia.
Hey,
Hey,
sister.
Patricia.
Say my name.
I love
Patty,
you.
Patty.
There you go.
What's up, Patricia?
Oh, I just wanted to get a little input there for you.
Come on, sister.
So, you know, I've been on my own since I was 17. I think every woman has a right to speak their mind, but in a tasteful way and in a respectful way, not to get all crazy. And, you know, and a man should stand by her side.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
That's my opinion.
I agree.
So
We
what
have
happens?
to move as a unit.
What happens, as in this case, when he wasn't there or wasn't able to be there for whatever reason,
Right.
and he can't be
Then
by
she should
herself?
still handle herself in a tasteful way,
Mm-hmm.
in a respectful way,
Mm-hmm.
and also be able to tell her man what had happened.
Right.
Without chastisement, right?
Right.
Correct.
Because did you hear in the beginning the scenario that we read out?
Part of it, yeah.
Okay. Did you hear the language he used? Even though we can't hear his tone, did you hear the language he used?
Yeah, it's hard to know what the tone is. You can
Yeah, in the
only
text, yeah.
perceive what the tone could be.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
But we know words, though.
got you. So
Right.
Patricia, let me
I'm gonna
ask
agree
you
with
this.
you, Patty.
Patty, so let me ask you this. Let's say you're the woman that just got the text. This is from your significant other.
Right.
How is the relationship going to be after you read that text? How are you going to feel? Because I think we didn't discuss that as well. What is going to happen after that fact, after the text? 'Cause we
Is
don't
that
know
a
what
deal
happened.
breaker?
Reading the text again.
Okay. So this is the scenario.
Rehash.
We're not knowing exactly what she asked him. I'm thinking maybe she asked him, "Are you mad at me?" or something. It says, "Man checks his girl for getting into it with another man at the club." And it says, this is him. "Yes, because what the fuck, babe? You are literally starting nursing school, but you, instead of carrying yourself like an upstanding model citizen, you want to get into it with another dude at a club. Like, do you not see the disconnect here? Do better. You're lucky I wasn't there because you would have gotten taken smooth up out of there. Let me make something perfectly clear for you. You are a representation of me when you're out in public. I bet not ever hear of you get into it with another, especially not no dude. You are a lady, but not just any lady. You are my lady, and you need to govern yourself as such. Do I make myself clear?"
Right.
May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of his words.
See, there you go.
I felt like that
But
was
how
the
did he
gospel.
even know?
But I would have said that
But how
nicer
did
and
he even
smoother.
know?
That's what I'm saying. Now, for one, we don't know if someone else told him this, or maybe she reached out and let him know she got into it with a dude. And then also, we don't know the scenario as far as what happened, what made her get into it, what transpired between her and this dude. You know what I'm saying? Was this dude totally disrespectful? You understand what I'm saying? Or is she somebody that just go
Right.
out and
And,
just
if he was,
Pride is a luxury for
and if
poor
he was
people and women.
disrespectful, she has the right to defend herself.
exactly?
But again, you know, in a proper way, she doesn't have to get all
But
crazy.
is proper subjective,
But
or is
that
it?
was wrong on his part. That in my opinion, that's wrong on his part on how he handled it.
Do you think that should have been more of a conversation than a dictation?
Yes.
I agree with that.
I was,
We love you, Patty. Thank you,
I
girl.
love her. Been knowing her forever. Thank you.
We love having
I love communication. Communication is huge and key in any relationship.
you. I agree.
If you don't have that, you don't have a relationship.
And I suck at it because I'm a straight boy. So
If you go to any relationship,
Wow.
if you go to any relationship counseling, they tell you to use I statements.
Yes.
I felt like this
Yep.
when you did that. That
They do.
opens up
Yep.
the line of
Yeah.
communication. Not you,
Yep.
you.
Oh,
you,
okay, I
you,
get what
you.
you're saying. Just talk about how you feel.
Talk
Don't
about
attack
how
the
you
person's
feel.
weaknesses.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? But
That's
in
fair.
him, it was more accusatory.
Yep.
That's fair.
Rather than recognizing that, okay,
So let me ask you this, D-Mac. What if
Thank
he
you,
had-
Patty.
So I'm
Thank you,
reading
sister.
the comments,
Thank
and
you,
Deshaun says, what if he had called instead of text? Do you think that with or without that language, we might not even be talking about this subject?
I
well,
think
if
he-
there was no text, there would have been nothing to post, and therefore we wouldn't be talking about it. But I don't think if he used the same language verbally, there would be a difference, in my opinion. Because even if you were
It's
going
the
to be
approach.
verbal or written, it's your language.
right.
It's your inability to have a conversation you just want to control. And that was one of the questions that you had asked. Is this control of a situation or control of a person?
Exactly.
I think that's men and women's 95% of the confrontations we have, whether it's at home or work, when it's with the opposite sex, for sure, or if it's with somebody that you're dating, for sure, right? Is the ability to understand the difference of those two things. Sometimes as a manager, you're just trying to accomplish a goal, but this person thinks it's personal, right? But then sometimes you just want to be better at your job, but the boss is making it personal. Or as D-Mac said, that's how you feel personally. That may not be what they're doing. D-Mac may be running the shop and saying, hey, this is how we got to do it. We're going to get fined. It's going to cost us. And she has to be firm and fair. But sometimes I'm taking it personal. And vice versa on that. How do you feel about that, Pat? Do you think sometimes one is trying to control the situation and the other one is thinking they're trying to be controlled? Have you ever experienced that?
Yes.
But there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
different, the way
Yeah.
you can tell the difference between a person, because see, based on that little excerpt of a text that we saw, right?
That's the way he
Based
talked.
on that, I venture to guess that he's not just controlling her behavior at the club. He controlling her.
Right.
Period.
So you're saying there's something more deeper
Yeah.
than that.
And
than
you
just-
can tell because
Do
if
I
you're
make myself
controlling,
clear?
look, if you're controlling a situation, you're trying to manage or influence, right? If you're controlling a person, you're directly dictating their behavior. If you're controlling a situation, your entire goal is to achieve a desired outcome, right?
Right.
When you're controlling a person, you're looking for obedience,
Right.
right? Which is what he wanted. You bet not. Y'all would carry you up out of there, right?
Right.
When you are controlling a situation, your method is planning, organization, divvying
Plan.
out responsibilities, right? Your methods with controlling a person is manipulation, coercion.
Right.
And you heard all of that in there.
I'm
You
just
are a
And that's a
representation
serious
of
conversation.
me. So because you're a representation of me, then I have the ability to dictate to you how
So-
you're supposed to conduct
operate.
yourself.
So let me throw this out there.
That's
She
manipulation.
need to be controlled because
myself
she
clear?
obviously shared the text. So maybe she one of them ones. Sometimes you ain't never dated.
Don't know.
You ain't
human
never dated
adult
nobody,
being
you had to
need
put 'em
be
in check 'cause that's
controlled
just the
by
type of mother
nobody
it is.
else. Don't know adult.
I ain't
human
saying
being need-
control.
And
But
maybe-
sometimes some people have to be corrected because
And
they
she
ain't
coulda
doing what
put
they
that
supposed to
out
do.
there.
First of all, if you dealing with a person that you have to correct as if they're a child, I venture to guess you dealing with the wrong motherfucker. And I'm gonna need you to go find somebody on your motherfucking level because
I agree
I'm
with
not
that.
trying to raise you.
I agree with that.
And
but
if
some
you're
people
not
do
where
what they're
I
supposed
need
do.
you to be, and we're not on the same intellectual and representation level, and we don't already have that agreement,
Right.
and you have to dictate that to me, baby boy, I ain't ready for you.
And
You
Can I say
further than
something?
where
D-Mac,
I am.
you ain't never
wasn't-
dated an
what
out of
if this-
control woman, not one time.
I
And let
never.
me ask
Wait,
you-
guess what? I'm single now. That's the difference. I'm not.
So
still
when you
fucking
meet
with her.
them, you get rid of them. Is what you're saying.
No,
You ain't
it-
gonna continue to sit in that shit. Is what
I
you're
don't
saying.
sit in no shit.
Okay,
No.
I get that. I get that.
My question is this: what if this
So don't
was
save
not
them.
the
They don't want to be
first
saved. That's
time
what
That's what
you're
I'm
saying.
saying. If you
that
gotta
she
tell
got into
her
this
how to
situation,
behave.
and this
Yeah.
might have been the third or the fourth time, and he finally sent the text? What if
Yeah.
it was this has occurred more than once?
And it could have. That's what I'm saying. We don't know all of.
And
the-
if it has, bro, when you gonna wake the fuck up and realize
Exactly.
she ain't mature enough for
Exactly.
you?
Right.
Y'all ain't on the same level. Y'all not trying to represent the same things. And that's why the Bible says, be ye not unequally yoked.
All right,
And it
Bishop.
ain't just about being an unbeliever.
That's right. That's right.
I agree with that part.
Amen.
I know. Hey, you still there, sister? I love you.
Listen, Patty was
All
trying
right,
to say
Patty, we
something
got to
earlier.
open up the line
Okay.
unless you had anything more you wanted to add.
I did. It is one. It's all in the approach, and I got to say, I learned that with my youngest daughter. It's all in how you approach the situation, how it comes out,
Yeah.
and two, something like this is not to be in a text. This is more of
I
a
agree with
serious
that.
thing that should be communicated with
talk
words.
He ain't got no game.
At all.
He played it all the way wrong on that.
That's all.
He's supposed to call her, invite her over, or take her somewhere nice, and then pick it up. Like, I just want to put a bug in your ear, but this how I felt. I gotta be.
Instead,
real
he
with you.
went like James
You know what
Evans,
I'm
like,
saying?
you're not going back to school.
If she concedes and responds to that the way he
Right.
wants her
It's
to,
going to continue.
she is done.
Yeah.
You are no longer who you are. You may as well be in the royal family. Turn in your motherfucking ID, your passport, everything. You are a representation of the royal family. You are no longer an individual. You don't even have a social security number.
Women be mad. What y'all mad about?
Thanks
I
for
would be
listening to me,
Why
mad.
y'all so mad?
I would be upset if it was a woman trying
Niggas
to
help
retry-
y'all pay for shit.
Because
they
I don't
nice to
feel
you.
like any grown
mad
man,
about?
any grown person needs to be controlled by another adult.
I agree.
period.
I don't
She's
deal with shit.
obviously a grown woman for you to be fucking with her.
Yeah,
If she ain't
absolutely.
R. Kelly, I'm concerned.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'll put you on probation in a minute.
Probation.
In a minute, and I'll let your
I'll
ass
let you get
dangle,
some more
and
calls.
I mean it. But
Jay,
Thank
can
you,
you
Patricia.
can you
I love you, sister.
elaborate on what probation is?
see, you know, probation is for a job. You know, I'm a freelance company. Check my commercial out on YouTube.
Lord, thank you, sister. Hey, I want to hear from one of the fellas. I want another fella to call in here.
Bye, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you,
Thank you.
Patricia. I love you.
I seen David had a lot of comments. So David, if you have the number, if you see the number pop up, please call in. I want to hear from
It is
you as
And
well.
you too, Sean. I see you trying to cut into me. You better call and tell me off. Don't be texting me off. You better call in like you want that man to do.
All right, guys. Again, the number is 313-723-0481. Hit us up. Thank you for calling in, Patricia. Yes, I agree. But also, like I said, we have to also think about it's different situations. We can't just sit up here and make it like, you know what I'm saying, it's just most of the females just out here with these bad attitude stuff. Y'all got some shitty ass niggas out here.
I agree with that.
Seriously. So like she said, you know what I'm saying, like pretty much I've had to, you know what I'm saying, be
Check a nigga.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? They want to say, oh, y'all acting all hood. I remember my husband said that to me one time. You acting a little niggerish, acting a little hood. First of all, I come from the hood. You understand?
Damn.
But second of all, you know you ain't married no punk bitch. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys these days, they are out here trying to punk us. Yes, I
That's
have
sad.
smiled at quite a few people like, okay, sure, that's enough, whatever, fine, and try to blow it off the best I can. But you have people that just won't let you. You understand? I'm very good at I'm out here know how to conduct myself as a fucking lady. You
Absolutely.
understand?
I feel you, but
I'm
why
serious.
do y'all have
So
to
you
have
feel
the
like-
last word? Why don't y'all
The
just
last
walk
word?
away?
Why-
I think that's what it is. Y'all want to have the
Why
last
the nigga
word.
I
gotta
agree,
have the
DD.
last? Okay. I
'Cause
gotta
he's
walk
bigger
away.
than you.
This is the thing. This is the thing that really bothers
me and
me
Mike
because
Tyson
it's
get into
why
it,
y'all
he's
gotta
gonna
have
win.
the last word? Why y'all gotta have
Because
the
he
last word?
can win.
Why
The
can't y'all
confrontation.
shut the
telling you,
fuck
That
up?
ain't a good.
That's
That ain't
not-
a good.
It's the truth.
No, but see,
No,
just
it's
because you can
not.
win in a fight, don't mean that you right in the.
I'm
in
not
the-
saying that. I'm not
you.
saying that. But we have to understand when we are in
And just because
confrontations,
you a
we're
big
not being
nigga don't
logical.
mean you can win a fight.
Right, so that's the
It ain't
That's
even
not
about
what I'm
fight.
even
That's
saying
that
at
you
all.
missing
We
the
all-
whole
Not
thing.
you
I'm talking
personally.
about
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she needs to
Just
walk
because you
away.
think you
I
can
walk
win a
away
fight
from
don't
that
mean you can
situation
win a
too.
fight.
I don't
You
like
might
when
not
women-
know this nigga is a new
I don't like
jiu-jitsu
when women
master.
when
You know what
women
I'm
talk
saying?
now
to
knowing
me like they
teach
can.
kickboxing.
So let me say this. I'm
So
gonna
it's
make
all
it
right
personal.
for two niggas to go pop off at each other, right?
But
because
no,
that
they
nigga
soft.
That's what I'm saying.
They
because,
soft niggas.
Because that nigga in his head think he can win the fight.
No, he a soft nigga
Make it
because
make sense,
because
my
a
boy.
strong man don't have to act strong.
He don't.
But
The
what,
bear,
in the
the
world
bear
not
don't
apply that?
growl unless he's
why-
ready to do something.
why not-
Exactly.
So,
So
so
that
why not
other
apply
nigga-
that when he's talking
that
to
other
a
nigga
woman?
took
So,
woman.
but this is what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
This is what I'm saying. If that man is out of line,
This is the bottom
Okay.
line.
so hold on, wait. Let me finish. This is what I want to say.
Okay.
Even with myself,
Okay.
I let people have the last word because I don't care enough.
Thank you.
I'll get my point across, but if you want to get angry and scream and yell and cuss me out, I'm gonna just stop talking to you. Because obviously you don't care what I have to
No,
say.
I understand what you're saying.
And you feel too passionate to listen to me. And we shouldn't have to go there. You should care about how I feel. I should care about how you feel. And if we don't know each other, guess what? We ain't even got to care about how either one of us feel.
I'm glad
Let's
you
just
said
go
the
our
word
separate
we.
way.
But this,
Our separate way.
This
He
is the
weak for
bottom
arguing
line.
with her, and she ratty for arguing with him. They both wrong. Both parties.
This the bottom line in my head.
Okay.
Because you keep asking this question, why y'all feel like y'all gotta have lesson? Why can't y'all just let the argument go? Why can't y'all just, be a fucking lady, right? The problem is we expect self-control from women. But we
not
don't
self-control
expect
from men.
it from your own gender.
Because
That's
we
why
are
you're
stupid.
that's why you're asking why don't we just shut the fuck up, because y'all don't have the ability to do it.
So do you think? So hold on, let me be real, Tat.
Come on,
You think that you have to be
Are
the
you
humble
talking to
one?
Tat or me?
I'm gonna ask her because she
Okay,
married.
okay.
Do you think you and you married?
Right.
Do you think between you and your husband, and I'm gonna ask DB the same question after she answered, but do you think he lets you win most of the time, or do you think you have to submit and be like, okay, whatever? Because I know every situation I have with any woman, whether it's a girlfriend, friend, baby mama, they know they gonna win because I ain't gonna get into it with you.
Okay.
So I want to know, do you feel that in a married situation? Because that's a different level than I have achieved.
Okay. So it's in each marriage is different. So I'm speaking from mine. So with mine, he wants to argue. He wants to carry on an argument or something like that. That's what I've experienced. So
Okay.
me at the end, what I usually do, I end up fucking laughing. You know what I'm saying? I have come to laugh. You understand? It used to get to me because I be like, okay, because I feel the same way. I'm more of, let's sit down at the fucking round table. Let's talk about whatever the issue is. You
Right,
understand?
right. That's what I
and
prefer.
like D-Mac was saying, and I take on this approach. What happened, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is, where I end up feeling and why I end up feeling this way, you know what I'm saying, how it played out, you know what I'm saying, I was just thinking maybe we could, you know what I'm saying, talk about, you know what I'm saying, how we both, you know what I'm saying, view this, whatever stuff. I viewed it this way. You know what I'm saying, maybe my view different from yours. How was you looking at it? That's how I be. You know, my husband is very confrontational. He is the one that's confrontational and likes to argue. You know what I'm saying? So me, I'm like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and try to laugh this shit off. Yeah. So yep, it's different in each marriage. You know, so X and DB might be something different.
Right.
You know.
So you just taught me something that people are individuals. So this conversation can't even be sex based. It can't be energy based because that just showed me people different because I'm completely the
They are.
opposite. When I was younger, I was confrontational, but as I've gotten to be older, if you just screaming and yelling,
Some
I'm
people
done.
just like to argue.
Just like to argue.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm
and
saying.
some
That's
people
why
just get off on drama.
Yeah.
on drama.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
guess
See,
what?
I ain't cut
and
like
just
that.
and see how now you speaking and asking us things. That's just like you can probably get a different insight. It's a lot of guys like that too. Like you saying, why do we feel we have to have the last word? Some niggas need not to have the fucking first word. Why did you even have to have that first word
Yeah.
that even started this altercation?
But
But
you
see,
know,
that's
you know what real
that's-
niggas call them though? Real niggas call them crybabies.
Okay.
So those are the men that you picking, but we looking at y'all crazy because y'all picked the crybaby. Just like when y'all pick a bum nigga. Just like when you pick
What?
a nigga with several kids. When you pick that nigga, we don't honor that arguing nigga. We look at
He
him
who
like a dork.
findeth a wife findeth a good thing. She ain't picked shit. I need these men to
Well,
take
she
their
shoulda got
role.
unpicked then.
So then if she picked you, my nigga, then that's out of order. Let's start there. I hope Chesia is watching.
Okay.
Because that's out of order right there. If she
Okay.
picking y'all,
She where you at.
goddamn.
Okay. That's right.
He who findeth a wife. That's the scripture if we want to be scripture based in this
That's true.
motherfucker.
You right.
But why is she attracting
But you ain't
all
gotta
these
let-
guys
you
that
ain't
she
gotta let the
picking?
first
That's
nigga
my
win.
question as well.
I'm just saying.
You ain't gotta let the first
Why
nigga in
should-
line.
If
If
you
all the guys-
picking, I'm gonna need y'all to pick more wisely. See, you see how they they, and I
No.
have to say they,
Right.
and I'm not saying y'all.
Right.
You see how men deflect the responsibility onto women because they don't want to own the responsibility. I should not be picking you, my baby. You should be picking your wife.
Right, but you are but it's not the argument you're making that good women end up with bad men
Thank you, 'cause you've been
sometimes.
seeing it our way too.
Is that what y'all
No.
saying? Is that what y'all saying? Y'all see it as these good women
first
ending
of
up
all,
with bad guys. Or are you saying they
52
equally bad?
If over 52% of marriages end in divorce, everybody, half the fucking country picking wrong.
Fucked up.
So whoever
start with
doing the
Instagram.
picking, the men ain't looking for wives, they looking for trophies, and then they want them to act like wives. The women ain't looking for husbands, they looking for sugar daddies.
Sugar daddies and shit.
And then they want them to act like husbands.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out of here with
So,
that bullshit.
That's right.
When I heard about this scenario,
You
when
know
you
I'm a
first
sugar
came
daddy.
up,
Don't be cutting in. I'll just play.
there you go. So when
I
I
mean,
first
it's
heard,
okay, though. That's all right, though. If that's what you do.
I gotta lighten the mood. I gotta lighten the mood.
Go ahead,
so
BB.
when I first heard about this situation, I thought of two incidents. One was where the football player was messing with the woman that was married, and because he
Yeah.
left her,
He
she
had to
called
kill her
her
brother.
cousin, had to kill her brother. She done called up. So that's the one thing I'm thinking about now. It's with some people,
Messing with a rat.
whenever they get into a situation. So let's say that's my sister. That's at the club. My sister calls me. This dude is messing with me. I'm in there for my life. But then I come up there and come to find out that she was just trying to show off, and she did. Not saying this was her, but there are situations like that.
Exactly.
And then either one or two things happen. I get shot or he gets shot. In other words, both people might be dead. One go to jail, one get dead. I mean, that happens. The second scenario I thought about, and this one kind of triggered me on that. It was a situation with a guy.
Okay.
He came into Walmart, had his wife, they just had a newborn baby.
Okay.
He sees a situation to where the woman is arguing with the boyfriend and they putting hands, and he tries to break it up, and he tries to check the guy. He says, look, you need to calm down, da-da-da-da. He tries to check.
Okay.
Guess what happened to him? He gets killed in front of his wife and his newborn baby. So
Mind
let
your
me
own
take
business.
it back. D-Mac, I'm not saying that I'm telling women, I'm just telling everybody. Sometimes we just got to step away from these situations.
We do.
I'm about to be 43. I'm too
Male
old
and
for this.
female.
I'm trying to get
wisdom.
home to my wife, to my kids.
Right.
And like I said, his approach wasn't the best way.
Absolutely.
He needs to say, babe, the reason I don't want to get you into this, and like I said, if it was my woman, I don't want to see you hurt. Do you know what's gonna happen?
He's
I
using
tell
that
my-
husband voice.
This is the husband voice.
I love it. I'm learning. I'm learning.
Do
Like
you know
my
the
wife.
difference? Do you notice the difference between his language
Exactly.
and his language?
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I
And he was
actually-
speaking more in the educational sense, not in a trying to demean, not put you down,
Right.
but to smarten you up.
Right.
Because
These are things that happen.
Because I had
and
to
I don't
learn.
want it to be
I
you.
had to learn how to talk,
Right.
and not only that, I used to. Like one of the girls I dated, I met her. She was doing security after hours, so she was that more, and I knew how to talk and deal with her. But then
Right.
I have to even with my wife. I don't even want you to pump gas at night.
Absolutely.
And I didn't have that.
I mean, that first of all, why is she pumping gas at all?
Exactly.
See, this is where I have.
Because my wife doesn't tell me
Why
when the gas
is she
tank is empty.
pumping
That's
gas
why.
at all? That car, when you, baby, where's your tank at? You
Exactly.
close to E? All right, I'm
gonna
gonna
go fill
go
up.
fill this up, so you
Yeah.
ain't got to worry about putting
There
gas
you
in it
go.
in the daytime.
But what
after
if
Now that's a
or
good
eat.
game.
But
That's a
wait a
good
minute.
game.
But
That's
what
a
if
good
I'm
game.
like-
I
I
can
mean,
that's
accept.
a real-
I can accept that you
That's
tell
a
her how
man
to
in
improve.
his shoes.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
So if I'm out of
But nobody's
town,
perfect too, though.
but if
I'm
out
not
of
saying they
town-
gotta
yeah.
be perfect, but I need you
But
to
that
be
is
men.
good game. That's good game.
You don't want women to be independent.
That's right.
You want them
That's
to be
good game.
dependent. You want them to be
Or saying
submissive.
nothing. Right.
You don't want them to have to speak out. Then I'm gonna need you to be in
To
your
make
shoes.
her comfortable.
Exactly.
She
Make
has
her
to be
comfortable.
safe to be a lady.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
But she wasn't.
And if
used-
Now
you
we
ain't
talking. Now
there,
we talking.
how is she safe? And then I got a
Now we
question
talking
for
about
you.
something.
I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you said that they live this life, and she's a nursing student, and you know they're dignified. And so, okay, her arguing with a dude. And if this him saying, if I was there, I would have literally carried you up out of there. What would have made his behavior more dignified than hers?
I would carry you smooth.
Once
out
again,
of there.
I'm gonna say it again. I agree with his message, but I don't agree with.
But that
his
was
method.
part of his message.
That's the message.
Well,
Those were
I
words.
think that he was using alliteration. He was being extreme. We tell crazy stories and we talk big. When we say we fucked all the hoes, we hit 2 or 3. That's the way we are. So you can't take that he's saying I'm gonna snatch you by your throat and grab you like the Undertaker
But
and all
he
that.
can take her
He wasn't
standing
about to
up
do
for
that.
herself as arguing with a dude in the club.
His message was, I don't approve. She can take it or leave it. She got the option to do that.
He didn't just say I don't approve. He said you bet not.
He was wrong in his method. I'm agreeing with you.
I
He
feel
is
that.
wrong
I
with his
feel
method.
that.
Listen, I'm a pushover. I get cursed out all the time. Everybody's mean to me. They all just tell me off. And I just look at him crazy because my daddy looked at him crazy. And he was married to my mama to the day he passed. And my granddaddy look at you crazy. That's just how the men in we players. We don't care about that shit. But if I care about you, I am going to always put a bug in your ear. But I do agree that
So
you
if
should
we
talk to the
read that
person.
passage again, would you say what you said the last 2 times? Let the Lord add a blessing to the reading of his word, because I don't think he agrees with that.
I was being sarcastic and energetic.
Okay. And you know what? And sometimes
But it
No,
was
I just
funny
want
to
to know
me.
because before I
I was
asked what
being
your
funny.
thought was, you said you 100% agree with the dude.
I do agree with his message,
And you know what else?
100%.
What y'all
But
saying?
I don't talk like that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's just not the way I talk. I'm not a fuck you, bitch.
We agree with the
Jay.
present.
You get what I'm saying?
We just
I'm
didn't
not
like
that
the
guy.
way the present was wrapped up.
Also, you also we want to talk about.
You've never heard me
a
speak
lot of
like that.
women,
I don't speak like
they,
that.
They mouth. They
I
mouth.
wouldn't,
They
because
mouth.
I'm not
get what I'm
around you
saying?
And
outside
talk
of the
about they
studio.
talk
But
about
period,
men.
that's just not
But no,
my that's not my
I have a
character.
client. Like I can't judge it by just moments of being
Mm-hmm.
around people, because I have a client who ended up killing his wife.
Right.
You understand? And he was the most meek. I would never have guessed, because it's not his character, it's not his personality. It was nothing that I ever
Right.
would have expected in the same sentence with his name.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So when people say you've never seen me, I don't live your daily life with you.
Right.
And I'm one to say that, you know, what goes on behind closed doors usually is not exposed to the public.
To the public. Right.
So I'm public. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I don't propose to know anybody.
Right. And here's another thing. We talk about
You
women,
don't strike me
Right.
as,
And then
is what I'll
also we
say.
want to say
I
we
feel
talk
it.
about women in their mouths. You have a lot of women that walk out here and they have to, or they know that they're no match up against none of these dudes or anything. So sometimes all they have, you know what I'm saying, is their mouth. You understand? Because of situations that they're put in. What do you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna sit up there. Okay, here goes a scenario. I do lift sometimes, right? I'm driving this dude around. The whole time I'm thinking he on the phone. He talking to me. Hey, yo, baby girl. I mean, saying, so what, you nervous? You ain't nervous or nothing, are you? You know what I'm saying? You ain't nervous and shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So I'm like, damn, who we on the phone talking to? Whatever. He's talking to me. Baby girl. I mean, you ain't nervous about a nigga like me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever and stuff. You know. So I look in the rearview. He's staring. I looked at. I said, oh, you talking to me? Yeah, baby girl. So I started veering over because we can do that. And they asked her, you okay, whatever and stuff. I said, first of all, I said, baby, I said, sweetheart. I said, I'm probably going to be your mother. I said, but do not call me baby girl ever again. Call me auntie. I know y'all say that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And nervous about what? I'm saying, you know, you pick me from Highland Park, you can take me to Brightmoor and shit, whatever and stuff. I mean, look at you, whatever and stuff. You ain't nervous nothing, driving a nigga like me around, whatever. I said, you're right. A person like me look at me, and I'm in the hood picking you up from Highland Park, taking you to Brightmoor. I said, and I'm not gonna call you no nigga. I said, but I am the hood. What I got to be nervous for? I said I could be anywhere else, the airport, out in the suburbs, whatever. But I'm in the hood. I said I'm Highland Park, Brightmoor, Hamtramck, wherever else you want to call it, okay? I said, so we got a problem.
That
Oh,
nigga
no,
scared me
man.
and I ain't seen him.
You understand what I'm saying? So
I know
still,
niggas like that do.
I still had to, you know what I'm saying?
I
And he
get
could
one
have
of
did,
them,
he's sitting
boy.
behind me. He could have done anything. I'm trying to check, I got at the same time check his temperature, you know what I'm saying, and still hold my fronts up, you understand?
I'd have drove
so
to the police
sometimes
station.
we have to. Now, I still took that fool to Brightmoor too. Do we got a problem?
That nigga was going to jail.
No, ma'am. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Now,
My
let's
barber in
proceed.
Brightmoor.
Shit, our name ass was
So
bright mouth.
sometimes we have to, you know what I'm saying, our mouths and stuff, because like y'all saying, yes, a nigga can knock us out or anything. They know they overpower us, and you got some that's so macho that want to approach us that way. You know, no. It's only so much of, okay, and keep it going, because they'll still be at you.
I'm gonna give y'all some game because this is one of the things. It's a scenario I have all the time because I'm a giver. And, you be at the gas station, the stores, and people be asking for change. But, some of them niggas be on some bullshit.
Right.
That's how some niggas get you. So I got a move I call, my cousin taught it to me. It's called the bum drop. So when they motherfucker reach their hand out, you drop the change on the floor and be like, oh, damn, my bad. And you walk off so they can't rob you and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking shit.
What the hell did that have to do with the fuck I was talking about?
That's a
Or
move.
something. What did he just?
I'm changing the move.
All right, y'all, we got 5 minutes. It's time for our final thoughts. We're going to go around the table, see how everybody feel, what you want us to leave the audience with. What's the thoughts? What's the final thoughts? Dave,
Jay, go ahead.
It's Jay's one. Jay, what's your final thought, my boy?
I thought this was a good subject to argue about. That's all. I'm a devil's advocate. I was going to pick the opposite way either way because I agree with it, but I also disagree in the method. So I see both sides. But if we are a team, we got to be able to coach each other. And we got to be able to trust each other. And what I saw in that conversation is he don't trust her, and she and they just got to find a better way to communicate. That's all. That's all that is. But this was fun. I enjoyed y'all. I like to see y'all get excited. DB taught me a new word, the mule. And thank y'all for having me.
We love you.
Thank you.
All right. And like you just said, what you saw in the text message, they don't trust each other. What I saw is him being a control freak. So it's not about control. You know who you're with. I agree with D-Mac totally. You know who you're with. So if you know that person is known to go out starting shit and things like that, whatever, and so you think it's not the first, second, or third time, whatever, then that's on you. And so how these people are out there and the representation. We represent each other. You understand? So how did he represent her? That was my thought.
You carry about that motherfucker. That's how you represent her.
You think he meant that?
Yeah.
You feel like he meant that?
I really do.
I think you meant every word of that text.
I'm concerned about what his action because
Well, if you taking it literal, then you right.
Out of
If
there.
you saying what he said is what he meant,
My
then
thing
you right.
is people,
Hey, if a man's word ain't shit, if he ain't got his word right,
But
them your words, right?
On both
Nigga,
parts.
D-Mac said you owe her an apology.
Everybody do better.
It's not me.
everybody,
He owe his girl an apology. I
That's
give
what I'm
that to
saying.
him.
So look, so my thing is, it's for both. You know what I'm saying, men and women. Yes, conduct yourself. You know what I'm saying, in a great manner. You know what I'm saying, out here. It's not all on the women. Some of you men, you watch your approach and watch your first word.
Absolutely.
So that we don't try to have the last word. And some of you women, get it. Be women. Yes, be a fucking lady. Such a fucking lady. Because some of y'all are not. So I have seen those as well. So I agree with y'all on those. So everybody is different. Dave.
What's your final thought, my baby?
My final thought is for couples out there, because I had to think about the same thing when I first dated my wife. We will actually be celebrating 5 years of marriage on the 14th.
Hey.
So, listen to your partner. If you're a man or a woman, don't demand it, but try to listen to them and try to think about, would you want them to talk to you the same way or treat them the same way that you're treating them?
Right.
We have to all be accountable for what we say, how we act, and how we say it. That's my final thought.
My girl got you on lock, boy. Go ahead, Ava. I love you, sis. He be representing, girl.
Dave.
Is the man, nigga.
Y'all-
Go ahead,
Dave
Carl
need to hold
Winslow.
some workshops for husbands.
Nigga, you like Uncle Phil.
My final thought. Were you done, Dave?
No,
sorry.
I'm good.
Oh, okay.
No, go right
You
ahead.
good?
I always wait for you to articulate.
I mean,
They use
I
big
really,
words
I kind of lost my train of thought, but I'm gonna try to pick it back up.
Go ahead.
My final thought is, I need everything to be. I'm not saying equal, but the same expectation of self that you have of the other, and I don't care what the gender is, right?
Absolutely.
And I think we need to take a little bit more time getting to know who we call our girl and our boo
Or our guy.
and our bae or our guy. because this nigga know who he fucking with. That's why he talking to her like that.
You're right.
You understand what I'm saying?
You're right.
But nigga, you choose to deal with that bullshit.
I was thinking it was trolling mostly, but if you said you stressing that you feel he meant what he said as if he was about to say,
the nigga
like
sound
Wayne
like her
Brady.
daddy. He sound like her daddy.
You took it that literal. Well, if it's that literal, then yeah, I thought he was kind of trolling, talking a little shit like niggas talk sometimes.
So, final thought, I just say everybody just learn how to communicate rather than dictate. People are more responsive to communication than authority.
That's right.
Ain't no grown motherfucker about to have no authority over me unless you the police, the criminal justice system, or some shit like that. I'm a grown-ass woman, and you going to talk to me as such.
That's right.
And vice versa.
That's right.
Like Stokely
And we
Kelly
out
Price.
this motherfucker.
Like Stokely and Kelly Price, I'm not your daddy, I'm your man.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile